You know when you go camping and there's always stuff that you forget, and some stuff you're glad you brought? Well, we've just finished up a 6-week road trip, and so we've made a bit of a list of such things. What we forgot, what we're glad we brought, and a few things in the middle.
What we forgot or what you forgot?
Well, are we excluding the things that you forgot?
I didn't forget anything.
Except what day of the week it was and when we were coming home.
That I forgot, yes. But as for things, no, I packed appropriately.
So what we have on the table here, I'm just going to leave that one alone, straight through to the keeper. What we've got on the table here is some stuff that we are glad that we brought. I guess it's in no particular order, but why don't you start over there?
The hoodies, best investment ever. It became our unofficial uniform.
Oh yeah, we picked them up for Woolies for like $23 each or something like that. And they have been worn almost non-stop.
Slept in them a couple of nights.
Yes, indeed we did.
Problem is when you wash them, they take forever to dry. So
that's the catch. So we just don't wash them.
Just make sure you wash them on a sunny day.
You know how when you're cooking, you like to have smell-o-vision. Sometimes it's probably just as good a thing that there isn't. Anyway, an actual real shower tonight when we get home. So that's the first one, the hoodies. Second one is
just this hiking stick. It's I mean, we go to quite a number of national parks and that sort of thing. So half the time I'm trying to find a stick that I can lean on to go up and down the hills. Found this guy and absolutely works a treat and helps me get up and down the trails and stuff.
It's a nice carbon fibre one too. I picked that one up on Amazon, I think, but you get them at like Anaconda and BCF and stuff like that. But yeah, you've used that a fair bit.
Yeah, just it's a bit of a safety mechanism and a bit of a confidence mechanism too, I think. So I like that one. Oh, these guys are my favourites. So they look like tiny little mice and they work just like the same, but they're hand warmers. So when I've got my freezing hands going on and somebody wants me to cook and I can't even hold a knife, I end up holding these instead for a bit and warm myself up. They're fantastic, fit straight in the pocket.
We've just had a bit of a discussion and we're waiting for the water to boil here. You'll see us in these a lot.
Yeah.
Our standard uniform.
Nominated as the uniform, yes. So the uniform consists of hand warmers and hoodie. Love them.
They've got a battery in them, yeah, so they just charge up via USB and they get hot really quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, you've got a fair bit of use out of those too.
The only problem I have with these guys is because they're so little and compact, I keep losing them.
Oh, lucky we've got 2 sets. This guy here, I think is both of us our most favourite thing.
Oh yes, definitely.
Now, I don't think you can buy these from an Australian retailer. I've looked, and I don't think they're technically legally able to be sold here. I got this from Amazon.
eBay.
eBay it was, yeah. I saw something similar on Kent Survival's channel. If you haven't ever watched him, look him up. But this little guy is a little butane heater. So it takes the gas canisters that you get from everywhere, pops in the side there, and a little control on the side there to turn it on. And if you need to, you can put a billy or something on top to warm it up. But the gas can lasts about 2.5 to 3 hours, I'm going to say on average, thereabouts. Now, you wouldn't put this inside the Teardrop or inside a van because you will kill yourself, but we used it in the Annex area. And the Annex is never completely sealed. There's always a bit of a draft or a breeze coming in from somewhere. We don't kind of seal it up completely airtight.
And we also had
and we picked up a little carbon monoxide detector as well, just to be on the safe side. And that never went anywhere near alarm. So in the Annex was fine, but yeah, don't put it inside the van itself. But for warming up the Annex, like when it's cold or wet outside, and you've got your chairs, underneath.
And like there was a distinct temperature difference between walking from outside to into the Annex when this little guy was on. It was doing a bloody good job.
Yeah, no, this thing has worked a champ. I don't know how many gas bottles we've been through this trip, but really glad that we picked that guy up. Now, something that's not on the table here, and they're not even up over there at the moment, but the walls for the Annex were a godsend as well. Now, when we initially bought to you, we didn't option to get those walls. We sort of didn't really think we'd use them, but I don't know, about 6 or 9 months later, or however long it was, we decided to order them from Stonegate anyway.
And that's primarily because, like, we were looking at doing a trip to where it was cold.
Oh, that's right. We're going to have to the Big Red Bash, weren't we?
That's right.
Yes.
And it was just a case of I don't like the cold. I don't like the
Okay,
cold.
it's lovely here this morning.
I'm looking at the hoodie thinking I should put it on right now. Yeah, so it absolutely was essential that we had to have that little bit of extended living space. And once you warm it up a little bit, it worked a treat.
So those walls, we have used them not every stop, but most of them. Most of them, the walls went up.
3 stops we haven't used them.
Yeah, we use them most places. You know, in the warmer weather, we don't tend to stress about it too much, but when it gets a bit cold, yeah, it just gives you that extra outside space, or extra living space, I suppose. It's kind of inside. But this guy was brilliant. Really glad that that got delivered in time before we left.
Oh, that was a close call too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it only arrived like it was a few days.
Yeah.
Only
So
just made it.
Between the awning, between the walls on the awning and that, it was almost tolerable.
It was almost tolerable. All right, this guy, little Bellman steamer. Now I've seen, and they also make ones that actually make coffee as well. At the puddle at Canungrus, somebody had one that had the coffee making attachment on. An old mate from Have a Crack, I can't think of his name now. He's got one as well. This is just the steamer. So I've got a 12-volt pod making machine that we picked up from BCF. I think it's the Wanderer brand. That makes an espresso shot using pods and just plugs into the cigarette lighter, and that's fine for making the coffee itself, but just being able to steam the milk with that guy took me a while to, I guess, learn how to use it. And I've kind of got to a system now whereas I'll boil up the water in the jet boil first, fill that up, put that on the gas, and then I will turn the pod machine on, and by the time the coffee's made, that's then got plenty of steam. So it's a little bit, with the first few times I've used it, I was just being impatient. Steam now, damn it. But,
Well, I don't mind how long it takes because I stay in bed when
it's
you make
just,
coffee.
you don't get up until the coffee's ready.
Yeah.
But by following that kind of process, there's plenty of steam there by the time that happens, and that's been a bit of a game changer for me anyway in terms of the coffees that we can make on the road. There's somebody driving past. Somebody's on our road.
Harumph.
It's generally really quiet here at Lake Murphy, but every now and then somebody will trundle past. And the last one is these levelling ramps. Now that's not particularly revolutionary, but on our trip this week, it's the last prop I have, maybe not the last thing on the list.
Yeah, no, it's not the last thing on the list.
There was a few people who didn't have them, and we actually had to lend some people some at various stages. But if you're, for the sake of just rolling up on one of those, whether it's one side or the other of the van, or even if you're staying for one night and not unhitching, and you just need to roll the back of the car up just to bring the nose up to level it out, it just makes life so much easier.
And especially with hip camps, because you inadvertently find yourself on the side of a hill.
You're not parking on a concrete slab, yeah. So
down into the valley, or
so no, you definitely want to chuck a pair of those in for sure.
yeah,
What was on our list that we didn't have props for?
the fire pit. And
The fire pit.
And
yeah.
again, that's just because I'm a cold fisher.
Well, whether you're just sitting around to warm up, or we cooked on it a fair bit as well.
We did.
Did a few poiky pots, or camp oven sort of things to the uninitiated. So the fire pit is definitely a must bring. We just got that one from King's. I think it's just a cheapie, but it's lasted as well.
Oh, the fire pit. Yeah, absolutely.
What
Brilliant.
else was on your list?
And to stay in contact.
Oh, the Starlink, which you can probably see behind us there somewhere on the tripod.
Starlink Mini. It's an essential. when travelling.
It is for us, yeah, because I mean, we do have to work on the road as well. Unfortunately, we're not retired, we do have to work, so we've got to be in contact. And we initially had one of the big Starlinks that sort of, self-orients and whatnot, which was good, but just big and needed 240 volts. So this Starlink Mini is great because it runs off 12 volts. I picked up a little attachment that then has the tripod mount in the bottom. So you pull off the little kickstand thing that they've got and put this other attachment in, stand it on a tripod. You can kind of move it around and use the app to aim at it where you need to, and it works champ, yeah.
So we started this off with things that we forgot as well. You, that's the royal we.
When we were on this trip, I don't know how many times we thought, oh, I forgot to bring that. And we sat down this morning to make the list, and I think we've forgotten half of the things that we forgot to bring.
The things we did remember that we forgot.
Yeah, these are the things that we remembered we forgot.
So we've got this, again, I'm a cold fish. I don't want to get out of bed unless I know what I'm getting myself into. So we've got this thermometer set up where it's a two-part. One goes outside, one sits inside. So
yes, there's a separate transmitter as well as the receiver is also its own, its
that's
own
still
sensor.
sitting at home.
Yes, yeah, left that behind.
So Jason gets all organised, prints everything out, makes sure that we've got all the national park permits and the maps and the everything that we're going to do everywhere and our schedule and our itinerary, and that's still sitting on your desk.
It's at home, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's the end of the world. I mean, it's all on the iPad anyway, and I've got it, but
Yeah, but I don't get into your iPad. I like to see.
just having the printout is
Anyway.
Anyway.
And your shotgun mic.
Yeah, this one.
How many times have you said, I should have brought my shotgun?
This is I got it out, and it's sitting on the table beside the bed, I think. So for the uninitiated, the shotgun mic's the sort of big long furry mic that would be sitting on top of the camera. And if you've shot video before, you know, and I left it behind. It's really good for like if you're just grabbing some, some scenery shots or what we would call some B-roll, just to make sure you get the nice nature sounds without any wind noise interference.
I'm just looking at our wildlife watching us.
Yes, yeah, I've got a little butcher bird sitting over here. Our pseudo kookaburra, which is actually a grey butcher bird, brown butcher bird. Grey butcher bird.
Grey butcher bird. Other things that we forgot, a power board.
Yeah. You wouldn't think you'd need one if you're off grid a lot of the time, but when you do, like basically we sort of hit a caravan park or a showgrounds about once every 7 to 10 days in that kind of window, just to make sure we're charged up, top up the water, do some washing, whatever the case may be. And so you plug your van into mains, and then you've got your single point inside and a single point in the kitchen. But if you've got like a bunch of things to charge up at the same time, it's like, oh.
But not only that, like charging the batteries for the computers was the big thing.
That's what I mean. So between two computers or two laptops, the Ryobi batteries, all of the things that you sort of,
And then also when we go into the libraries and that sort of thing, to sort of just use one PowerPoint there.
So yes, powerboard must bring.
Yeah. And 6 weeks on the road, you need a haircut, and we forgot.
It took a bit. Yeah.
We forgot the beard trimmer and the hair trimmer.
I even charged it up the night before, and that's sitting in the bathroom, probably still on charge.
And then last on the list is, so we ended up stopping at a few places and going out for dinner with friends and doing a date night.
Spent a couple of nights in Sydney with a mate. And
somebody forgot to bring some going out clothes.
Yeah, I'm just packing for sort of camping and being off grid for 6 weeks. It's like, oh, I didn't actually bring a nice shirt or anything. Anyway,
that's all right.
For next time. Is that the end of our list?
That's the end of
I'm sure there's other stuff that we've forgotten, other things that we've forgotten, I'm sure of it.
Absolutely. That's it.
So we pretty much used everything else that we brought. I don't think we packed too many clothes.
I mean, we've got the backup stuff that you take because you need to have it just in case.
So, I mean, we didn't use the generator, but that was, you'd still bring it next time anyway.
Yep.
We've got an extra 20-litre jerry can of water in the back, which we didn't use, but, that's handy to have. We didn't actually overpack too much this time around. Like the stuff that we brought that we didn't use is stuff that you would still bring.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you just never know. So I think we got that bit right. You can't see this. Behind the camera, there's like these fence thingies.
Railing.
Railing. These birds keep on tapping their way along it.
They're doing little dances for us.
We've got an audience. We're in front of a live studio audience here. They're still looking for some more food, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our favourite things that we brought and a few things that we forgot.
On the bed. The bed is definitely a favourite thing that we brought.
Just got to figure out how to go to sleep now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfy bed.
Could sleep tonight, back in our own bed.
Yep.
All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.
See you then. Done.
We didn't leave anything off that. You didn't remember anything that we forgot?
No.
Too late now anyway. Video is done.